Sub-zero currents rush past my naked knees, washing away the memories we used to freeze. An alpine torrent separating your northern bank from mine, eating the landscape of our delicate design. I stand on the shoreline, watching the debris float past, realizing this fragile bridge was never meant to last. The water is murky, contaminated with doubt, extinguishing the fire we kept talking about. The temperature drops as the estuary meets the sea, widening the gap between what you want and me. I watch the autumn foliage drown in the rapid stream, a liquid cemetery for our collective dream. The undertow is vicious, pulling the soil away, leaving us nothing but columns of gray clay. I yell across the canyon, but the roaring is too loud. Your silhouette vanishes behind a misty cloud. Frost is expanding across the liquid floor. We cannot navigate this channel anymore. Thermal shock paralyzes the beating of the heart as the unstoppable current rips us completely apart. Oh, this cold river carries our remnants downstream, washing away the illusions of our favorite dream. A glacial embrace, erasing every footprint of our sacred place. We are swept away by the momentum of the chill, rushing through valleys against our own will. No warmth can survive where these deep waters flow, drowning together in the cold river below. Navigation fails when the whiteout arrives, altering the trajectory of our separate lives. The compass is spinning, confused by the frost. Every single reference point is permanently lost. I drop the oars into the freezing deep, accepting the promises we could not keep. The shoreline erodes under the pressure of the ice, paying a catastrophic, unpayable price. Storing is impossible in this permanent shade, trapped in the winter that our silence made. The sediment settles at the bottom of the bed, burying the words that we should have said. The frost is expanding across the liquid floor. We cannot navigate this channel anymore. Thermal shock paralyzes the beating of the heart as the unstoppable current rips us completely apart. Oh, this cold river carries our remnants downstream, washing away the illusions of our favorite dream. And I see flood of indifference, a glacial embrace, erasing every footprint of our sacred place. We are swept away by the momentum of the chill, rushing through valleys against our own will. No warmth can survive where these deep waters flow, drowning together in the cold river below. Oh, river below. Hey. Let the water rise, let the torrent swell, sweeping us out of this watery hell. The ocean is is waiting to swallow the grief, offering a massive, bottomless relief. Submerged in the numbness, drifting away into the vastness of an infinite grave, flowing fast, freezing deeper, safe to sleep. Washing away the illusions of our favorite dream. And I see a flood of indifference, a glacial embrace, erasing every footprint of our sacred place. We are swept away by the momentum of the chill, rushing through valleys against our own will. No one can survive where these deep waters flow, drowning together in the cold river below, swept out to sea, far from the shore. We don't have to fight the current anymore. Frozen stream, cold river, cold river. Ten throbbing fingers gripping on a frayed hymn rope, trying to support the crushing weight of our dying hope. My palms are blistered and my wrists are sore. I cannot pull this heavy wagon an inch anymore. The fibers are cutting through my delicate skin, a losing battle that I cannot possibly win. Muscles are screaming for a moment of peace, praying for this brutal gravity to finally cease.
Calluses form from digging this eternal trench, breathing the exhaust and the metallic stench. I spent years carrying the lumber for our floor, but my spine is snapping, I can't lift anymore. My knuckles are white, my grip is starting to slip, steering the rudder of a capsizing ship. The weight of your expectations anchors my feet, dragging me down to the cobblestone street. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the floor, fighting against a universal physical law. Oh, these tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We build a prison out of manual demands, now we surrender with these tired hands. The hammer is heavy, the anvil is cracked, there is no strategy left for us to enact.
I spent my youth turning the rusty iron wheel, trying to mold a phantom into something real. But the grease is dry and the gears are jammed, our grand design is permanently damned. Sewing a canvas that keeps ripping apart, patching the leaks at the center of your heart. My needle is blunt, the thread is completely spent, fixing a structure that was permanently bent. I dropped the tools onto the workshop floor, can conquer the floor, fighting against a universal physical law. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. Oh, no strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands. Unclench the fist, open up the palm. After the heavy lifting comes a terrible calm. The blisters will heal, but the scars will remain, a permanent reminder of the manual strain. We are dropping the tools, we are breaking the lease, finding our freedom in total release. Drop the weight, let it fall. No strength at all. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, now releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands. Open fingers, empty space, wiping the sweat from a weary face. Rest at last, tired hands. The lunar eclipse positions itself across the sun, a celestial indicator that the daylight is completely done. We operate exclusively in the absence of the glow, thriving in the umbra where the decent people never go. My silhouette merges perfectly with the alleyway wall, answering the magnetism of a dark nocturnal call. We draw the heavy curtains and extinguish the lamp, seeking a sanctuary where the cobblestones are damp.
Stealth is our religion, obscurity our greatest friend, hiding in the twilight where the strict boundaries bend. I navigate the pitch black, wearing a heavy woolen cloak, a phantom walking softly through the industrial smoke, avoiding the illumination of the street lamp overhead, choosing the invisible, unpaved avenues instead. We wrote our promises using invisible secret ink, living on the perilous, undetected brink. The penumbra expands and swallows up the shade, providing a spectacular, invisible escape. Rejecting the dawn, plunging into the dark, erasing the evidence, leaving no visible mark. We carry shadowed hearts inside our unseen chests, a secret romance that inevitably tests the boundaries of darkness, the limits of the blind, leaving the illuminated universe
protected forever by our shadowed heart.
Vampires of affection fleeing from the morning rain, terrified that sunshine will melt the bond away. I trace your anatomy using only my fingertips, reading the braille of your undetected lips. We are ghosts haunting the perimeter of the town, watching the blind and civilization burn completely down. We pull the blinder over the observant, judge and I, establishing our kingdom beneath the starless sky. The pigment is drained, leaving only grayscale hue, a monochromatic portrait of exactly me and you. We burrow underground, avoiding the piercing glare, finding incredible comfort in the absolute. Nowhere the penumbra expands and swallows up the shade, providing a spectacular, invisible escape. Rejecting the dawn, plunging into the dark, erasing the evidence, leaving no visual mark. We carry shadowed hearts inside our unseen chests, a secret romance that inevitably tests the boundaries of darkness, the limits of the blind, leaving the illuminated universe far behind, beating in obscurity, veiled from the sight. A pair of outcasts, racing the night. No spotlight can reveal where this affection starts, protected forever by our shadowed heart. Hey, yeah. Oh. Eclipse the logic, black out the rational brain, dancing unseen in the midnight, invisible rain. The spectrum is void, the colors are deceased, releasing the nocturnal, uninhibited beast. Hide me deeper, cover me in pitch, sow me into the darkness with a hidden stitch. Pitch black, no light, rule the night. Carry shadowed hearts inside our unseen chest, the secret romance that inevitably tests the boundaries of darkness, the limits of the blind, leaving the illuminated universe far behind, beating in obscurity, veiled from the sight. A pair of outcasts embracing the night, no spotlight can reveal where this affection starts, protected forever by our shadowed hearts. Fade to black, disappear completely, whispering in the dark, incredibly, sweetly, unseen love, shadowed hearts. The lunar eclipse positions itself across the sun, a celestial indicator that the daylight is completely done. We operate exclusively in the absence of the glow, thriving in the umber where the decent people never go. My silhouette merges perfectly with the alleyway wall, answering the magnetism of the dark nocturnal call. We draw the heavy curtains and extinguish the lamp, seeking a sanctuary where the cobblestones are damp. Stealth is our religion, obscurity our greatest friend, hiding in the twilight
where the strict boundaries bend. I navigate the pitch black, wearing a heavy woolen cloak, a phantom walking softly. Spiders spin their silken traps across the ceiling beam, catching flies and weaving a deceptive sticky scheme. I am stumbling blindly through a complicated maze, wandering inside this thick impenetrable haze. Every statement you delivered was a woven trap, erasing every logical direction off the map. I trip over the paragraphs you cleverly designed, leaving every shred of simple honesty behind.
The sailor's knot pulled viciously tied around my wrist, a labyrinth of alibis completely lost and twisted. I try to solve the puzzle, but the pieces never fit, navigating through the bottom of a snake-filled pit.
The rigging on our vessel is an absolute disaster, spinning out of our control, unraveling much faster. I pull a single string and suddenly the whole thing binds, creating a chaotic mess inside our frantic minds. Twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated boat. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside this suffocating paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We knitted a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die.
Creeping out, it suffocates the branches of the oak, choking out the daylight with a vegetative cloak. I try to chop the thicket, but the vines are way too strong, binding us to everything we ever did wrong. The brambles scrape my ankles as I try to walk away, but the undergrowth insists that I am obligated to stay. My knitting needles broke under the pressure of the weave. I manufactured a reality I don't even believe. The sweater is unraveling, exposing all the holes, revealing the corruption hiding deep within our souls. I try to stitch the fabric, but the needle lost its hide, sewing up a bandage on a wound and multiply. Twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated boat. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside the suffocating paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We knitted a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. And burn the barrel, cutting through the falsehood, slicing through the cord, smiting this deception with a heavy, righteous sword. So tight, a messy knot,
Look what we call. We are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We knitted a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. Sever the strings, let the lie fall. Nothing left to connect us at all. Loose ends, tangled truth. Neon signs buzz a sickly broken green, reflecting off the pavement, slick and unclean. I order a double just to numb the brain, watching the window for a sign of a train.
The bartender polishes a cracked glass,
watching the miserable hours slowly pass.
amber liquid burns a trail down my chest, offering a temporary volatile rest. The ice cubes rattle like teeth in the cold, drinking a potion that makes cowards bold. The jukebox is stuck on a crying slide guitar.
I am anchored securely to this sticky bar.
Thunder rumbles over the city skyline,
while I drown the memory of you being mine.
a storm is brewing inside this
Tiny cup, swallowing the anchor instead of throwing it up. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind,
leaving
every shred of sobriety behind.
pouring the liquor
to wash away the mud, mixing the spirit directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Puddles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain.
The label is torn on the bottle of regret, trying to manufacture a way to forget. But 80 proof logic is a dangerous game. Every single sip just amplifies your name. The stool is spinning
like a carnival ride, nowhere to run and absolutely nowhere to hide.
My umbrella is broken, my mascara runs,
Fighting a battle with invisible guns. The tab remains open, the debt piles high, searching for truth in a liquid lie. Every drop on the roof sounds like a drum, beating a rhythm until I am totally numb. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind. Pouring the liquor to wash away the mud, mixing the spirit directly into our get lost in the whiskey rain.
We have pushed this foolish band away too far. The hangover threatens tomorrow's dawn, but right now the tempest rages on. Swallow the lightning, drink down the thunder, pulling us deep into the undertow, pulling us under. Pour it out, drink it down, watch us drown. Of the midnight blues, so soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Empty the bottle, close the tab, riding out the storm in a yellow cab, pouring down whiskey rain. Neon signs buzz a sickly broken green, reflecting off the pavement, slick and unclean. I order a double just to numb the brain, watching the window for a sign of a train. The bartender polishes a cracked glass, watching the miserable hours slowly pass. Amber liquid burns a trail down my chest, offering a temporary, volatile rest. Ice cubes rattle like teeth in the cold, drinking a potion that makes cowards bold. The jukebox is stuck on a crying slide guitar. I'm anchored securely to this sticky bar. Thunder rumbles over the city skyline, while I drown the memory of you being mine. A storm is brewing inside this tiny cup, swallowing the anchor instead of throwing it up. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind. Pouring the liquor to wash away the mud, mixing the spirits directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Puddles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. label is torn on the bottle of regret, trying to manufacture a way to forget. But 80 proof logic is a dangerous game. Every single sip just amplifies your name. The stool is spinning like a carnival ride. Nowhere to run and absolutely nowhere to hide. My umbrella is broken, my mascara runs, fighting a battle with invisible guns. The tab remains open, the debt piles high, searching for truth in a liquid lie. Every drop on the roof sounds like a drum, beating a rhythm until I am totally numb. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind. Pouring the liquor to wash away the mud, mixing the spirits directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky. Drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Bottles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues. Soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Lightning flashes inside the amber jar. We have pushed this foolish bender way too far. The hangover threatens tomorrow's dawn, but right now the tempest rages on. Swallow the lightning, drink down the thunder, pulling us deep into the undertow, pulling us under. Pour it out, drink it down, watch us drown. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, caught outside, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, from the polluted sky. Drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Bottles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, splashing on our shoes. Singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, the midnight blues. Soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Neon signs buzz a sickly broken green, reflecting off the pavement, slick and unclean. I order a double, just an number brain, watching the window for a sign of a train. The bartender polishes a cracked glass, watching the miserable hours slowly pass. Amber liquid burns a trail down my chest, offering a temporary volatile rest. Ice cubes rattle like teeth in the cold, drinking a potion that makes cowards bold. The jukebox is stuck on a crying slide guitar. I am anchored securely to this sticky bar. Thunder rumbles over the city skyline, while I drown the memory of you being mine. A storm is brewing inside
cup, swallowing the anchor instead of throw. The grandfather clock strikes 12 against the quiet hall, watching the headlights sweep across my bedroom wall. Insomnia settles in like an uninvited guest, refusing to grant my anxious mind a second of rest.
I toss the heavy quilt off my sweating skin, wondering exactly where this loneliness begins. Counting the sheep, but they turn into my regrets. Smoking the last of my stale cigarettes. Pacing the floorboards until the wood begins to creak, searching for the courage that I completely lack to speak. The city is snoring down below my balcony view, while I am entirely consumed by the thought of you. My coffee's cold, sitting untouched in the mug, staring intently at the patterns on this Persian rug. The mattress feels like a bed of rusty nails, a maritime voyage where the navigation fails. The witching hour amplifies the lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps. Or suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the door to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blue. The constellation shifts outside the window pane, a cosmic reminder that my efforts are in vain. I dial your number, but I hang up at the dial tone, terrified to confirm that I am actually alone. The refrigerator hums a terribly monotonous pitch, scratching a phantom lemon, unreachable itch. My reflection looks exhausted inside the vanity glass, waiting for these excruciating hours to finally pass. The television flickers with a static snowy screen, a perfect representation of the places I have been. Every memory replays in high definition dread, a cinema of failure screening right inside my head. The witching hour amplifies the lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the door to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Hey. The pendulum swings, slicing my patience in half, looking at an old faded crinkled photograph. Time is moving backwards in the solitary zone, stripping the meat completely off the emotional bone. We pray for the
the sunrise to scatter the despair. But the hands of the clock are frozen mid-air. Wide awake, bones ache, heartbreak. Hey, 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 suffering deeply from these midnight blues. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues. Walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the dawn to arrive and bring the news. Oh, but we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Keep your eyes open, stare at the ceiling, unable to numb this agonizing feeling. Late night, midnight blues.
Polished jewelry sits on the marble shelf, a glittering reflection of my lonely self. We painted the dry wall with an expensive sheen,
Creating the most magnificent illusion ever seen.
but the veneer is flaking, exposing the pine.
A cheap imitation of a love once divine.
I wear your promises like a priceless ring,
Unaware of the poison hidden in the sting.
we minted currency that had no real weight, trading counterfeit affection to decide our fate.
A grand facade erected in a desert town, waiting for the first dust to blow it all down.
Your laughter sounds metallic like a copper bell,
Ringing through the hallways of our custom-made hell.
we bought the trophies but we lost the game,
Investing everything in a meaningless name. We are worshiping idols made of painted clay, watching our grand empire slowly decay, polishing the surface while the center rots away, paying a premium for the roles we play.
oh, it is
Nothing but hollow gold. We hold a superficial treasure, deceptively cold, shining under spotlights, vacant inside a glittering casket where our secrets hide. We traded substance for a brilliant glow, putting on a spectacle, a beautiful show. But value vanishes when the truth is told, bankrupt and broken from this hollow gold.
The bank accounts are full, but the vault is bare, breathing in the sterile, suffocating air.
I trace the gilded edges of our picture frame, realizing the picture doesn't look the same.
We are rich in metrics, poor in actual soul.
Struggling desperately to make the fractions whole. An expensive perfume masks the scent of decay as we watch our golden hour fade to slate gray.
Fool's paradise built on a mountain of sand,
Slipping like liquid through my trembling hand. The crown is too heavy for a head so weak, blinding surface while the center rots away, paying a premium for the roles we play. Oh, it is nothing but hollow gold. We hold a superficial treasure, deceptively cold, shining under spotlights, vacant inside a glittering casket where our secrets hide. We traded substance for a brilliant glow, putting on a spectacle, a beautiful show. But value vanishes when the truth is told, bankrupt and broken from this hollow gold. Melted down, strip the outer crust, watch our investment crumble into rust. The appraisal is in, the verdict is clear. Nothing of value was ever kept here. Beautiful bankruptcy, a wealthy despair, leaving our heavy pockets completely bare. All that glitters is not real, nothing left to feel. Oh, it is nothing but hollow gold. We hold a superficial treasure, deceptively cold, shining under spotlights, vacant inside a glittering casket where our secrets hide. We traded substance for a brilliant glow, putting on a spectacle, a beautiful show. But value vanishes when the truth is told, bankrupt and broken from this hollow gold.
Let the gilding scrape away,
Nothing left for us to say,
empty pockets,
hollow gold.
ticking clocks measure the distance between our chairs. Glances exchanged through the heavy, humid air. Patience is a currency I am rapidly spending, waiting for a narrative that needs amending. Every polite gesture feels like a disguised plea, unlocking a door without using a key. Sparks hide beneath the surface of the coal, testing the discipline of my stubborn soul. I see the fever rising in your amber eyes, a quiet rebellion against the compromise. Caution is failing, the defenses retreat, surrendering ground to the undeniable heat. Degrees are rising without a single flame in sight, approaching the threshold of a radiant light, ignoring the warning signs planted in the dirt, risking the comfort to welcome the hurt. It is a slow burn, creeping up the timber, melting the winter, making the branches limber. No sudden explosions, no chaotic rush, just a relentless heat breaking the midnight hush. We are simmering down to our absolute core, asking for nothing but destined for more. A smoldering passion that refuses to turn, consumed entirely by the slow burn. Hesitation melts like wax upon a desk. Every inch we close becomes so picturesque. I feel the gravity pulling my orbit near, overcoming the atmosphere of logical fear. The friction is thick, the electricity hums, beating a rhythm on imaginary
drums. The thermostat breaks under the mounting weight. We surrender reason to a simmering fate. Friction created by the gentlest touch, proving that a little can suddenly be too much. Breathe in your oxygen, catching the spark, navigating blind through the beautiful dark. Degrees are rising without a single flame in sight, approaching the threshold of a radiant light. Ignoring the warning signs planted in the dirt, risking the comfort to welcome the hurt. It is a slow burn, creeping up the timber, melting the winter, making the branches limber. No sudden explosions, no chaotic rush, just a relentless heat breaking the midnight hush. We are simmering down to our absolute core, asking for nothing but destined for more. Smoldering passion that refuses to turn, consumed entirely by the slow burn. Let the embers glow, let the temperature climb. We are writing a story outside the bounds of time. Fahrenheit peaking, blurring the vision clear. The only reality is what is happening here. No water can quench this, no wind can blow it out, destroying the remnants of our cynical doubt.
Hold steady,
Feel the warmth, let the fire smolder, creeping up the timber, melting the winter, making the branches limber. No sudden explosions, no chaotic rush, just a relentless heat breaking the midnight hush. We are simmering down to our absolute core, asking for nothing but destined for more. A smoldering passion that refuses to turn, consumed entirely by the slow burn. Ash to ash, heat to heat, pacing the rhythm of our dual heartbeat. Glowing forever, ready to yearn, lost forever in the slow burn. Carved from a block of solitary weeping pain, forced to perform along a perfectly straight line. You tied the transparent nylon to my wooden wrist, commanding my body into a complicated twist. I danced for the amusement of your vicious crowd, while you shouted your stage directions far too loud. My painted smile conceals a terrifying lack of will, begging for the terrible choreography to stand still.
sitting in the rafters, looking at the floor below, the absolute master of a terrifying puppet show. I manipulate the levers with a tyrannical grip, ensuring that your elegant pirouette doesn't slip. The theater is packed with an audience of ghosts, cheering for the tragedy that my vanity hosts. I thought control was equivalent to actual care, but I am just suspending a captive in the air. The tension is mounting upon a heavy threat, a spectacular performance
performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken strings.
The scissors glisten under the theatrical light, slicing through the domination of the endless night. I watch your limbs give way as the connection dies, a horrifying freedom reflected in your glassy eyes. The spotlight flickers and the audience departs, leaving behind a pair of disconnected hearts, lying on the hardwood, motionless and entirely free, finally reclaiming the sovereignty inside of me. The joints are stiff, the varnish begins to peel, but for the very first time, the paralysis is real. No more dancing to a rhythm I absolutely despise, removing the strings and cutting the ties. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken string. Celebrate the chaos of a magnificent escape. The puppeteer is weeping, the wooden doll is still. No more surrendering to an external will. Leave the tangled mess right where it ultimately fell. A terrifying heaven replacing a controlled hell. Snap the cord, fall down hard, discarded shards. Snap the cord, fall down hard, discarded shards. We are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken strings. No more dancing, the show
has finally been won. Cut the cord, broken strings.
Carved from a block of solitary weeping pine, forced to perform along a perfectly straight line. You tied the transparent nylon to my wooden wrist, commanding my body into a complicated twist. I danced for the amusement of your vicious crowd, while you shouted your stage directions far too loud. My painted smile conceals a terrifying lack of will, begging for the terrible choreography to stand still. Sitting in the rafters, looking at the floor below, the absolute master of a terrifying puppet show. I manipulate the levers with a tyrannical grip, ensuring that your elegant pirouette doesn't slip. The theater is packed with an audience of ghosts, cheering for the tragedy that my vanity hosts. I thought control was equivalent to actual care, but I am just suspending a captive in the air. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie, tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken string. The scissors glisten under the theatrical light, slicing through the domination of the endless night. I watch your limbs give way as the connection dies, a horrifying freedom reflected in your glassy eyes. The spotlight flickers and the audience departs, leaving behind a pair of disconnected hearts, lying on the hardwood, motionless and entirely free, finally reclaiming the sovereignty inside of me. The joints are stiff, the varnish begins to peel, but for the very first time the paralysis is real. No more dancing to a rhythm I absolutely despise, removing the strings and cutting the ties. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie, tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken strings.
clothes, the heavy velvet drapes celebrate the chaos of a magnificent escape. The puppeteer is weeping, the wooden doll is still. No more surrendering to an external will. Leave the tangled mess right where it ultimately fell. A terrifying heaven replacing a controlled hell. Snap the cord, fall down hard, a discarded shot. We are collapsing under these broken strings. Under these broken strings, marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns, smashes us to the ground. A beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie. Refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage. Saved by the mercy of the broken strings. No more dancing, the show is done, emotionless. Victory has finally been won. Cut the cord, broken strings. Twilight strips the colors from the western sky, watching the final hints of daylight die. The timber is turned to a brittle gray ash. No more explosions, no more sudden crash.
A chilling breeze sweeps across the campsite ground,
scattering the remnants of the passion we found. I pull my wool sweater tight around my neck, surveying the damage of this emotional wreck.
Charcoal crumbles beneath my heavy boot. Our grand forest is reduced to blackened root. I blow on the dust,
hoping for a tiny spark, but my breath only summons the impending dark.
The fuel is exhausted, the branches are stripped.
The chalice of affection has been fully sipped. Staring at the smoke drifting into the pine, accepting that your warmth is no longer mine. The temperature drops as the shadows grow long. We reach the final verse of a crackling song. No wood left to chop, no branches to break, just a shivering chill that we cannot shake. We are nothing but fading embers in the dirt, glowing just enough to remind us of the hurt. A dying illumination against the winter frost, calculating the magnitude of everything we lost. The orange hue is surrendering to the black. There is no magical wind to bring the fire back. We huddle for warmth but continue to freeze, just fading embers scattered by the breeze.
I remember the roaring blaze of our early days, lost in an intoxicating, blinding maze. But seasons shift and the autumn leaves descend, signaling a natural, unavoidable end. My hands reach out to the faint rusty glow,
seeking a sanctuary we used to know. The crackle is gone, replaced by a hiss, a quiet demise of our fiery kiss. I watch the red turn to an absolute pale, a tragic conclusion to an epic tale. No matches remain in my empty coat, just a lump of cold coal trapped in my throat. The temperature drops as the shadows grow long. We reach the final verse of a crackling song. No wood left to chop, no branches to break, just a shivering chill that we cannot shake. We are nothing but fading embers in the dirt, glowing just enough to remind us of the chances grow grim. The oxygen thin, suffocating the ray, turning our vibrant yesterdays entirely gray. We cannot rub sticks to manufacture a lie. Sometimes you just have to watch the glow die, cooling down, turning pale. End of the trail. We are nothing but fading embers in the dirt, blowing just enough to remind us of the hurt. A dying illumination against the winter frost, calculating the magnitude of everything we lost. The orange hue is surrendering to the black. There is no magical wind to bring the fire back. We huddle for warmth but continue to freeze, just fading embers scattered by the breeze. Let the ash settle, let the night wind, paying the toll for our fiery sin cold hands.